Hello, this is Eric with eRock Media, and I want to welcome you to our gameplay and impressions video on the game Fort Solis. It's a mystery on Mars. Now we're going to forego some of the dialogue and sound effects at the beginning of the game, but let me just give you a basic background. We have these two characters, Jack and Jessica, and they're posted at a base on Mars. As you might guess, it doesn't take long for things to start when an urgent alert is received from a nearby base, Fort Solis.
The alarm at Solis is triggered.
Solis? That relic?
Manually initiated? I've never seen a manual one.
To think you wanted to spend your last shift watching me do all the heavy lifting.
Well, of course, that means our protagonist needs to go and investigate because there's no response. So he hops in the rover and drives on over.
Set course for Fort Solis.
Calculating.
Jack Leary, senior engineer en route to Fort Solis, in the Planum Quadrant, responding to an alarm. Suspected power failure, await further information.
Recording submitted.
One of the really nice things about Fort Solis is its cinematic feel. I mean, it kind of feels like a movie, but you're interacting with it as it goes. It's not a full fighter or something quite like that. It's a mystery to unravel.
Solis is locked down.
Well, there goes your power theory.
Why would it be in lockdown?
System damage? Dare I suggest more weather damage?
Yeah, maybe, but lockdown seems extreme.
Is there no sign of security?
No, they must be done for the night. Storm's picking up here. How about over there?
Full swing here, so I've hopped in the HTV to keep you company.
Lovely.
It was that or nap the storm out.
I'm flattered.
And I can't nap with that noise, so you're plan B.
Chairman, listen, I'm gonna head to the atrium. Make contact there.
Okay.
While it's a game I thoroughly enjoyed, there are a few things that you should be aware of.
Looks like I'm climbing for now.
Climbing?
Well, the lift's out and the storm's on its way.
Roger. Over and out.
Oh, who's a cool kid?
Seriously though, make sure you're wired in. Weather's in full swing here. No idea why I even tried to repair the hull.
First are the game mechanics, which you will see here. There are some key commands that are really kind of hard to manipulate. And in fact, there are some seemingly quick-time events where you need to make a choice, but I'm not sure they really even matter in the end.
Ah, you've got to be kidding.
What?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
And this is definitely one of those areas where it was just kind of difficult to make this left and right thing work.
Time to quit beer?
More like climbing.
But in the end, most of the interactions are simply pressing X to move on.
Next time, I'm just cutting the door.
You had your tools and chose to climb.
Yes. Been a long day.
lockdown in effect.
Oxygen reserves are still active.
Well, the backup generator maintains oxygen levels. Did you think they just powered the lights?
Well, not anymore.
So finally, once you arrive, now you're in it. Now you have the opportunity to explore and find out answers. You've got to look around. As I'm looking around, most of the time you can see the interactive areas. It will highlight them for you. You walk over to them, you press X, and you see what's going to happen. And things in the game are sequential. Sometimes you have to press one thing first, and then you can press another thing to receive the next result. So it's definitely a linear game, not an open world. But in my opinion, the story and the vocal performances and even the fantastic graphics more than make up for all of that.
Your comms just went local. Please tell me you didn't remove your helmet.
You know I don't like to wear it all the time.
I can't believe you actually removed it on site.
Oxygen levels are stable. It's not natural to wear it that long.
And I know we've already seen it before, but there is this wrist computer that you use to access the map. And I have to say, this is one of the complaints I have about the game. That some of the screens, including the map here, are just difficult to see. And you have to zoom up on the map, but then you can't see the whole map. And I found myself using PlayStation's built-in zoom a lot for this. So here's just an example of some of the things you can look at on your wrist device. All the emails you've read and videos and audio messages, as well as the map.
I may be running late, but I can assure you it's not because I lost track of time decorating my helmet. Call signs matter.
And as we move on through the game, we get more opportunity to investigate. We can look at computers and objects. The computers are really important because there are messages that tell you more of the story, and there are videos. And I gotta say that facial capture is great. But again, one frustration are the emails. They're difficult again to read, even when going to a full screen mode.
Signing off the week no more hopeful than we were at the start. The soil here, on the Solis planum, continues to show encouraging signs of adaptation, but the plant life that interacts with it, however, seems to aggressively grow and expire.
Well, that's new.
There is a lot to love about Fort Solis. Little cutscenes where doors are stuck, spooky sounds, and the story definitely does progress. It's not just what we've seen. I love the interaction between the two characters on the comms, and later in the story, you even get to switch characters.
Still no sign of anyone. What could they be?
Maybe they're cursed to forever walk the surface of Mars, feeding on brains.
Are we back on this?
I'm just saying his sacrifice was heroic. I'm glad to see chivalry isn't dead.
Yeah, but he did die?
How romantic.
There's a lot to love about Fort Solis. So if you're into a mystery and a story and a little bit of horror, then this is definitely a game you should play. Just keep in mind there are QuickTime events that don't seem to go anywhere. There are some mechanics that don't work great. There are small screens that are difficult to read. And you can't run anywhere, which actually works to the game's advantage because it builds the suspense. The visuals are great, almost cinematic, especially for PlayStation. The story is engaging, and I think you definitely can't go wrong. If you play it, please let me know your opinions of the game. And I just want to thank you for watching and ask that you subscribe to our channel for more casual and indie gaming. This is Eric from eRock Media, and we'll catch you next time.